Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to speak on the upcoming Floyd Mayweather slash Manny Pacquiao fight extraordinaire, festive, or whatever it's going to be. I think it's another media circus, and I think it's another cash grab. But what about you all? Ask yourself out there, how many of you really want to see this fight? This will be part two of the Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao saga. We saw that Manny Pacquiao looked terrible in their first fight. Floyd did whatever he wanted in their first fight, and Manny hardly threw any shots. So why wouldn't Floyd think that he could beat this guy a second time if he beat him the first time rather? Why would Manny Pacquiao think that he could beat Floyd Mayweather when he lost to him a first time? So, but boxers don't subscribe to never ever thinking that they could come back and get a victory or seek revenge and they won't find it. So usually boxers have lost against a fighter and then they fought the fighter again and then they beat that fighter. Yeah, so that went on in boxing. So at this point of Floyd Mayweather's career, why would he jeopardize his safety, his health, his sanity by going into a tough fight, which could turn into a slugfest? And I know Floyd don't want to take any heavy shots into his late 40s, heading into 50 years old. And just say people speculate as to the reasons for this up and coming Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight. Some might say that Manny Pacquiao is desperate to prove that he's better than Floyd and he wants to humiliate Floyd and beat him in front of the world. And then some might say that and others might say at the same time Floyd Mayweather is bored and he sees the divisions as having weakened since he left. So he figures he could come back and beat these guys because he sees a diminishment in the weight categories and classes. Because honestly, there's no other Floyd Mayweathers out there. Since he retired, he remains the sole one that fights like that, wins like that, and generates that type of money. So why would he leave a field like that where he had that much control and power and he can make unlimited sums of money? Some might say he felt he had too much money, so, it was time to call it quits. But he finds out that if you buy Rolex watches enough, diamond rings, mansions, palaces, castles, pretty women, extravagances, luxuries, then that will soon eat up your money. And then before you know it, you'll be broke. You'll be like, wow, where did the money go? Well, look around you. And that's another theory as to why Floyd Mayweather has returned to fight Pacquiao. They claim that Floyd Mayweather spent all of his money up on all of these high price ticket items. And they said to the tune of say $400 million over Floyd's lifetime career earnings. They said that went right down the toilet on excessive spending. This guy must have had to have Michael Jackson spending obsessions and fetishes. Remember, they said the king of pop spent hundreds of millions and even $1 billion. And then Floyd Mayweather goes and does the same thing instead of learning from that experience regarding Michael Jackson's spending habits, which left him in debt. But Michael Jackson has recouped from posthumous sales while he was deceased. So he's back in the green in terms of being a multi-billionaire. But that is another story, of course. Yeah, so we on Floyd right now. Some theorize that Floyd Mayweather went broke, so he's desperate to make a quick payday. And from who better than a recognized name brand challenger that Floyd has already defeated, but people would pay for a second fight or a rematch. they'll stay tuned and tuned in. And then a lot of people want to see Floyd Mayweather's streak end. Floyd Mayweather is at 50-0. So people will tune in to see him lose that one fight and say, nah, 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 Floyd. I know it's player haters all over the place. Remember that. Yeah, so in other words, Floyd and Manny had their reasons for wanting this fight. Yeah, so, we have to wait and see, like, which one will emerge victorious and which one will be the defeated. Yes. All right, folks. Thanks for showing up. Indeed.